Imagine living a life that looks like a fairy tale, filled with luxurious homes, designer clothes, and endless jet setting across the globe. At first glance, the wives of billionaires seem to inhabit a realm of opulence and glamour that many can only dream of, but peel back the glittering layers and you'll find a much darker narrative lurking beneath the surface. These women often reside in golden cages, ensnared by wealth and privilege, yet profoundly isolated by the very lives they lead. Take Linda Andrade, the self-proclaimed original Dubai housewife, who has captivated millions on TikTok with her extravagant lifestyle. From sipping 24-karat gold coffee to shopping for the latest Chanel bags, Linda's world seems like a perpetual vacation. But behind her lavish social media posts lies a story filled with loneliness and fear, a reality that is far from the picture-perfect life she presents. And then there's Melinda Gates, a woman who appeared to be living a charmed life beside one of the world's most powerful tech moguls. Yet her journey was marred by scandal, secrets, and a moral reckoning that ultimately led her to reclaim her identity after decades of marriage. These stories reveal that while billionaire wives might bask in luxury, they often face unique challenges that few can understand. So are you ready to dive deep into the hidden truths behind their glamorous facades? Join me as we explore the complicated lives of these women, uncovering the shadows that lurk behind the shimmering surface of wealth. Let's unravel the ugly truths behind the beautiful lives of billionaire wives. Meet Linda Andrade, the embodiment of luxury as the self-proclaimed original Dubai housewife. With over-the-top TikTok videos showcasing her life as a billionaire's wife, she has quickly become a social media sensation. At first glance, Linda's world seems like the ultimate fairy tale, filled with glamorous parties, designer handbags, and lavish vacations. From sipping 24-karat gold coffee to renting luxury cars just to avoid walking, her lifestyle appears to be a dream come true. But let's dig a little deeper. Linda's journey began when she married Ricky Andrade, a man she met at just 16. Back then, he was a humble dishwasher technician. Now he's a millionaire making waves in forex trading and cryptocurrency. It's a classic Cinderella story, but one with a modern twist. Instead of a glass slipper, Linda swapped it for a closet full of high-end shoes. Yet beneath the glitz and glamour lies a reality that many overlook. Linda lives in a gilded cage, often isolated and unable to leave her luxurious home without her husband or bodyguards. Despite the shiny facade, she frequently shares the loneliness that comes with her lifestyle, a stark contrast to the joyful images she posts online. While her TikToks garner millions of views, they often highlight the so-called first world problems that many find hard to sympathize with. Who can truly relate to the burden of always looking perfect or having to fly first class? Moreover, her openness about the darker sides of wealth, including the constant fear of theft, paints a more complex picture. The very platforms that showcase her life also expose her vulnerabilities, revealing that for all her luxury, Linda grapples with feelings of isolation and anxiety. In this high-stakes world of glamour, it becomes clear that behind every sparkling facade lies a story that is anything but perfect. Now let's delve into the life of Melinda Gates, a woman often celebrated for her philanthropic efforts and visionary projects aimed at global health and education. At first glance, her partnership with Bill Gates appeared to be the epitome of a power couple dedicated to changing the world. However, as the narrative unfolds, we discover that Melinda's journey is fraught with complexity and moral dilemmas that reveal the less glamorous side of being married to one of the most influential men in the world. Melinda's life was a delicate balancing act. While Bill was busy revolutionizing technology and making headlines, Melinda was at the forefront of their philanthropic endeavors, managing the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's vast initiatives. She focused on pressing issues like poverty alleviation, women's health, and education, all while raising their 3 children. However, behind the scenes, Melinda grappled with her husband's controversial choices, particularly his connections to notorious figures like Jeffrey Epstein. The revelation of Bill's meetings with Epstein sent shockwaves through Melinda's world. While Bill framed these encounters as discussions about philanthropy, Melinda saw them through a different lens. To her, these associations raised serious ethical questions, creating a chasm between their personal and professional lives. As a woman who dedicated herself to advocating for women's rights and health, she could not ignore the moral implications of her husband's decisions. It was a profound conflict that forced her to reassess not only their marriage, but also the values they represented together. In interviews following their split, Melinda spoke candidly about her discomfort, emphasizing that some lines should never be crossed, even in the pursuit of social change. Her willingness to confront these issues head on on showcases her strength and integrity. Rather than remaining silent, Melinda took a stand, demonstrating that personal values should align with public actions, a lesson that resonates far beyond their relationship. After their divorce, Melinda emerged as a powerful advocate in her own right, continuing her philanthropic mission with renewed focus. She championed women's rights, healthcare access, and education, transforming her experiences into a platform for change. Her story is not just one of heartbreak, but also one of resilience and empowerment. In a world often dominated by wealth and power, Melinda Gates' journey reminds us that true strength lies in standing up for one's principles and forging a path that aligns with personal convictions. Her evolution from a supportive partner to an independent force for good underscores that even in the face of adversity, one can emerge stronger, driven by purpose and passion. When we think of billionaire wives, it's easy to get lost in images of opulence and privilege. But Ruth Madoff's story is a sobering reminder that the glittering facade can hide deep tragedy. Married to Bernie Madoff, the man behind the largest Ponzi scheme in history, Ruth's life took a catastrophic turn that transformed her from a socialite to a pariah almost overnight. Ruth was married to Bernie for nearly 62 years, a union that many would envy, but the reality of her life was anything but idyllic. For decades, she was part of a high society world, attending lavish parties and mingling with the elite. However, her life crumbled when the truth about Bernie's fraudulent activities came to light. But the evidence paints a different picture. As the reconciler of the infamous JP Morgan Chase account, Ruth had a front row seat to her husband's questionable financial dealings. Despite her assertions of ignorance, the public scrutiny and skepticism remained relentless. Did she truly not know, or was she turning a blind eye to the mounting evidence? The devastation didn't stop at her husband's arrest. Ruth lost everything: her wealth, her homes, and most painfully, her family. The emotional toll was unimaginable. She faced not only financial ruin, but also the tragic deaths of her sons, one to suicide and the other to cancer. The world watched as Ruth's once vibrant life turned into a haunting tale of loss and despair. Now living in a much quieter setting, Ruth has been stripped of her former status, left with just $2.5 million to her name, an amount that, while still considerable, pales in comparison to the vast empire her husband had built. Her story raises difficult questions about complicity, victimhood, and the price of silence. Was Ruth a victim of circumstance, or did she play a part in the deception? Ultimately, Ruth Madoff's life serves as a poignant reminder that behind the glamour of billionaire wives lies the potential for tragedy, revealing that sometimes the most lavish lifestyles can come at the highest cost. As we unravel the lives of billionaire wives, it's clear that beneath the layers of luxury and glamour often lies a complex reality filled with challenges, heartache, and profound lessons. From Linda Andrade's gilded isolation to Melinda Gates' moral dilemmas and Ruth Madoff's tragic fallout, these women navigate a world that many envy, yet few truly understand. Their stories remind us that wealth does not equate to happiness. The pressures of public scrutiny, the fear of betrayal, and the emotional burdens can overshadow even the most opulent lifestyles. Each of these women faced unique struggles, revealing that behind the sparkling facades are real human experiences marked by resilience and strength. So the next time you find yourself captivated by the glamorous lives of billionaire wives, take a moment to consider the hidden narratives at play. Their lives serve as a cautionary tale about the cost of wealth and the complexities of love, loyalty, and self-identity. These stories invite us to reflect on our own lives and the values that truly matter: connection, integrity, and authenticity. As we conclude this exploration into their world, remember that every life, no matter how glamorous it may appear, is layered with untold stories waiting to be uncovered. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the hidden truths behind the lives of billionaire wives. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating content. Let's continue to uncover the stories that lie beneath the surface, one episode at a time.